You know what bothered me most when I first started working at the construction site as a 17 years old girl? It was people's prejudice. People told me that I wouldn't be able to do anything properly or that I'm gonna barely carry the woods and tools because I'm too fragile and young, so I'm gonna quit after several days anyway. And people judged me and told me that my job is worthless. So I was like, okay, let's see who's right because I'm never giving up and you'll need to admit one day that you were all wrong. Also, I was not paid for a year while working as a carpenter because I did get paid at first. It was a really small amount of money though, like 1/3 of the general wage. But to be honest, I knew that I wasn't really trained or anything. There were not much things I knew about. I could barely remember the name of the tool, so I wasn't really proud of the money I got paid, no matter how much it is. So I went up to the manager and told him that I would not get paid until my skills improve, until when I can actually be part of the team to support and be able to work together. Ever since then, I tried so hard to learn every skills I see. At a break time, I went back to the site to see how they do it, and after work, I went through all the books and I'll do all the calculations about walls, rafters, windows and stuff. Then the next day, I would ask if I could try some of the work I studied last night. Do you guys remember your first day of work? Because I can't forget my first day of work. It was that terrible. Oh, the first moment of it. I think it would probably the same for everyone. Like, we made a lot of mistakes, like a lot. Oh, I don't even want to talk about those mistakes I made as a freaking beginner. Like, it's so embarrassing. Kind of like, I always blame myself for not getting so much improved in such a short period of time. I was like, why am I so useless? Why am I not showing any progress? I don't see any progress in me. Why am I always on the same level? And I would always compare myself to the others. I think that was my biggest dilemma, that I have to be great in such a short time to prove people that they were wrong. Like, to be honest, I didn't want single assumptions about me to be true. But you know what? To be honest, if I could go back in time, I would honestly tell my past self that you don't need to work hard for anybody else. Don't try to prove them wrong. Just work hard to prove yourself that you're strong, because otherwise you'll have to live the rest of your life trying hard to prove people that you're something more than they see, and you'll end up forgetting the true self of who you are because you will end up trying to be someone else that's not you. But after 3 days of my career, I finally found myself getting so much improved, and I found it fun. I was able to truly enjoy my job and work. My favorite part of work is framing, by the way. It's like a puzzle. You have to be really precise when it comes to the calculations, but that's the most fun part for me. I love building a house. It just gives me the best feeling ever. And also working as a carpenter enabled me to find what kind of architecture I want to do. I found my dream. I want to create a space for people to feel that their stories, because I realized how big architecture affects people in society. I wanted to create a space where people can dream from. Traveling around the world to build myself schools and houses where needed, using my skills I learned. And by the time then, I realized that I need more study and knowledge. That's why I decided to go to university then. I wanted education about architecture. And now I'm a first year student on Faculty of Architecture in uni. Can you believe? Yes. I'm so happy about everything now. I found my dream. I have my skills. I have my passion in my heart. I have my experiences. And most importantly, I know what I want to do. I love what I do. Well, this was me. Well, I think I haven't really introduced myself in English, so I think that was a little awkward, but thanks for listening to my story, actually. Thanks for coming all this way. I love my diary talk because I think this is the time that I can be my true self. I love having a conversation with people, but sometimes I also get, like, I'm scared at the same time. So I find it tricky on and off, but you guys make it possible. You guys make it so easy. Like, you guys help me out so much on this. So I just want to say thank you, really, for having a lovely conversation with me every time. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. I actually haven't come up with a topic yet for the next episode, but if there's anything you guys want to talk about for the topic, like, leave a comment. I go through every comments. I read all the comments. Sometimes it's hard for me to leave all the reply comments, but I do read all the comments. It's one of my energy resources. So leave a comment, anything you guys want to say, and if there's any kind of topics you guys want to talk about, leave a comments. I would appreciate it. And thank you. It was kind of a long story this time, but thanks for keeping up with me. So, end of the talk. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.